what's that?
It's a trap. A trap for Santa.
Ooh, baited with Christmas treats?
I will trap Santa in my box, locked up like Fort Knox, and make him stop the clocks. And we'll have Christmas all year long.
All right, I'm ready. I just gotta go get the snacks.
We got him, it's Christmas.
Nah, but on a serious note though, it's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be a really fun night. Hey, bro, you know what, bro? All this walking is getting a little tired. Let me just try that little jump thing they be doing in the videos. I always want to try this. Let me see. 3, 2, 1. Oh, bro, that joint actually worked. That is crazy, bro. Yes, sir. Bro, don't trust nothing you see in YouTube videos. That shit did not work, bro. I'm walking still. Okay, let me start off by saying, these animations are by MJV Animations. I just saw them and I was like, I want to react to them because they're Christmas themed. So we're gonna react to these. Hopefully my video does not get like striked or anything like that, or flagged or anything like that. But yeah, these are by MJV Animations. Go check them out. And yeah, we're gonna start off with these 3, and I think after these 3 we're gonna do one short film, and then that'll be it. Let's get right into it. Oh, and I hope y'all got y'all snacks, man, because I got this Arizona. Dig into these lifesavers, man. Yeah, it's gonna be good. My bad. Yeah, I'm eating lifesavers.
On Christmas Day 2018, my girlfriend and I took a trip to her parents' house. This was my first time meeting her family, and I was excited to meet them. Christmas is by far my favorite holiday, and I love the Christmas spirit. After spending 3 or 4 hours there, though, I was definitely getting anxious to leave. My social battery had been about completely drained. Sometimes it takes a lot out of me being around new people, especially if it's for a long period of time. I don't know why I'm like that, but I've been this way ever since I was just a small child. It's not that I don't like people or enjoy their company, I'm just a person that likes to keep to themselves, or maybe I should say I have a very select few amount of people that I love and interact with daily.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like that too, for
I
real.
just wasn't used to being around so many new people and getting all of his attention. Right before we were about to leave, we quickly realized that over the 4 or 5 hours we spent there, we got lots of snow. I knew it was snowing, but I didn't think we were going to be hit with as much snow as we got hit with. There was easily an additional 3 to 5 inches of snow that was piled on top of the roads that were already in bad enough condition beforehand. My girlfriend and I lived just over an hour away from her parents' house, so with the roads being as dangerous as they were, we got settled in, and we pretty much had no other choice than to crash there for the night. The snow had no plans on slowing down anytime soon, and there was no way we were going to drive under those horrible conditions. My girlfriend seemed quite happy about staying the night, but me, on the other hand, I wasn't so psyched about it.
He trying to go home for real.
I wasn't going to complain though. I was just happy I was under a safe and warm roof with my girlfriend. Plus I got to spend some more time with her family, and I really got to know her dad some more. We bonded over similar interests that we both had, like hunting and basketball, which I thought was pretty cool.
Why they both got bags under their ass?
My parents were very nice and welcoming to me, and they prepared a great meal for myself and everyone else, which I was thankful for. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad after all. I couldn't have been more wrong to think that, though. It was getting late, and everybody was venturing off to bed. My girlfriend Grace got us some blankets, and we went to the spare bedroom that we were staying in for the night. We turned on a random horror movie, and she fell asleep less than halfway through the movie.
That's not even a horror movie.
I, on the other hand, wasn't tired at all. All of a sudden, I heard this weird noise that sounded like it came from outside.
Her parents are
It
killers.
almost sounded like smaller sized tree branches were dragging across the bedroom window. I really didn't think a whole lot about it at first, but it definitely caught me off guard and raised my suspicion. I almost got up out of bed to try and take a look outside, but Grace...
Predictions before. My predictions. He said his her dad had they share similar interests which in hunting. What you hunting for, big dog? Nah, her parents is killers for sure.
Grace was lying in my arms, and I didn't want to wake her up for nothing. I think I just assumed that I was overthinking. A bit of time passed by, and I was finally getting sleepy, but I really had to use the bathroom. I got up out of bed slowly and quietly as possible to ensure I didn't wake Grace up, and I did my business in the bathroom, and I lied back down in bed after. As I was drifting asleep, I heard this disturbing-like scream come from outside.
Nah,
It was
bro.
loud enough to wake me up and startle me, but not enough to wake Grace up.
So you told me Grace is sleeping through all that?
I got up and I looked out the window, and I kid you not, I could see a person that was standing in the middle of the backyard looking at me.
Nah. Fuck no,
I
baby.
wasn't so sure they could see me, but I didn't weigh it out as an option. I didn't really care anyways if they could see me or not, to tell the truth. My gut told me something was terribly wrong, though.
Call the cops.
You know when you get that gut feeling of dread? It's an unexplainable feeling. But
Yeah, that's when I
how
call the
felt.
cops. Or wake Grace up, or
I tried
wake
to
the
wake my
parents up.
girlfriend
Okay.
up, but she's a heavy sleeper, so after a few attempts, I gave
Nah,
up.
bro. There ain't no way somebody
Stupidly
on you
enough,
like
I
that.
ran outside by myself to go and see what the hell was happening.
First of all, look at the way this man is running. Look at his run right there. If anybody runs up on you like that, he's getting slagged in a 1v1 every single time. He's getting slagged. Second of all, you didn't did you grab a weapon? Did you wake up Grace's parents? Y'all both had a similar interest in hunting, right? He gotta have a stick around the house somewhere, a pole, something. He gotta have some sort of weapon. You know, it's because he's not black. My fault. Let me just...
And the person I saw only a few minutes ago was gone. They
Who
were
does
completely
that?
out of sight. I then spotted the footsteps in the
Why
snow
would
that
you
looked like they
ever
led
go
all
out
the way
there
to
by
the shed in
yourself?
the backyard. I followed them cautiously, but quickly at the same time. Then I heard the scratching sound as I was approaching the shed. It almost sounded like the way a knife sounds when scraped against
Bro, I'm
metal.
telling you, her parents keeping
even
niggas
so, I
hostage.
continued moving
Keeping
forward.
niggas hostage in their
As
shed,
I got
bro.
up closer to the front door of the shed,
He
I
tryna
noticed that it
warn
was
him.
cracked open.
It's Grace's other
I opened
boyfriend.
it
I'm
some
telling you,
more and
watch this,
peeked
bro.
my head through ever
It's
so
Grace's
slowly,
old boyfriend.
with my
Like,
heart practically beating out of my...
I don't want to talk while I don't want to talk while the animation is going. I'm gonna stop pausing though. But I'm telling you, this is my prediction. It's Grace's ex-boyfriend. They captured him, put him in the shed. He trying to warn bro right here, because why would he come outside to the shed or come outside to the window, scratch on the window, and then run back to the shed? Like, come on now,
my chest now.
watch.
And that's when I saw the most disturbing thing I will ever see in my entire life.
Look!
That same man from earlier was standing right there, no more than 10 feet away from me.
What is bro doing?
He had a sledgehammer in his hand and was approaching me now. I stood there in shock for probably a few seconds, but I screamed for help as loud as I
Why
could.
would you just
immediately.
stand there?
I started to run back to the
That's
house.
how you get
and he
yapped
began
off.
chasing me.
Oh, you're cooked.
When I turned around, though, right before I got to the front door, he was out of sight. Almost
Oh,
like
this
he
guy's
vanished out of
insane.
thin air.
Oh yeah, this guy's
I
insane.
didn't question it much. I was just ready to get the hell inside to safety. I ran upstairs in a panic to Grace, and I told her what happened. She started freaking out when I told her, even more than I was, and we woke her family up and told them as well about what happened. Thankfully, they have cameras up surrounding the perimeter of the house, so Grace's dad played back the footage so they could see what we were talking about. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up the man's facial features at all, and it wasn't any help in identifying the man. I barely got a good look at him either. All I can really say is that he was average height, and that he had medium-length black curly hair, and was creepy as fuck. For some reason, her parents didn't want me to call the police though, and I think they tried to convince me that it was some sort of prank and that we shouldn't be worried about it.
There's some weird stuff going on. That
I don't know
make no
how the hell
sense.
they could believe that, but I thought that was pretty weird.
He was in y'all shed.
Something about that didn't seem right to me.
Chase me with a sledgehammer?
You would think that if someone was on your property with a weapon and they chased your daughter's boyfriend in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
that something would probably kick in.
That makes sense to
inside of you.
me.
That was definitely way more than just a silly prank.
That's when I'm leaving the
The guy
house.
was going to fucking kill me, for Christ's sakes. I skipped out on going to Grace's parents' house every Christmas since.
Yeah.
And I've been running out of excuses, but I really don't care to go back. Last year on Christmas Eve, I was sitting in my living room on the couch, enjoying my free time alone. My 2 boys, who were only 5 and 8 years old at the time, were already in bed, and my wife was already sleeping peacefully as well. I had a couple hours to myself to do whatever I wanted. So I turned a random Christmas movie on that I found on TV and I let it play in the background. I turned our Christmas tree lights on and I made myself some hot chocolate to really help set the atmosphere of a cozy Christmas Eve night. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to the movie, I was mostly just playing games on my phone and scrolling through Facebook. I just remember feeling very content and relaxed. It was the perfect night. I had the fireplace going and I had leftovers from last night's dinner and the next day was Christmas. I didn't think that life could get any better than that. Unexpectedly and completely out of nowhere, I heard a thud sound that came from the other side of the house. It scared me at first, but I figured it was nothing. But then I heard it again.
Yeah, nah,
I then
bro.
looked
It's probably
outside
just the
through
kids.
the front living room window and the kitchen window that was above the sink and all around the house. I peeked my head through my kids' bedroom. They share a room, might I add, just to see if anything was going on that I should know about. They were both sound asleep. I checked my wife and I's room as well, but she also seemed to be sleeping. What the hell was that noise? I heard the noise like 3 or 4 separate times, and each time it sounded like someone was pounding on something with their fist. I took a step outside in my slippers to have a look around the house, but there was nobody. Maybe my mind was just playing tricks on me, I thought. I decided to let it go and head back inside. I was now walking back to our patio, and just as I made it inside and was about to lock the sliding glass door, I heard a scream. It sounded like a kid. Right away, I knew it was Luke, who was my youngest boy. I wasn't sure where the screaming was coming from, but I ran to the boys' room and exploded through the door and
Didn't you
turned
say
the
you
light on.
just checked the room?
Logan, who was my other son, woke up in a panic and Luke was missing.
Oh.
The bedroom window was wide open. I asked Logan where he was, and he said he had no idea. I told
It's
Logan to
Krampus.
run to Mom in our room until I heard
Krampus
know that
got him
Luke
out
was
of there.
missing and to call the police. I grabbed my 9mm handgun and I rushed outside and ran to my
Ooh,
backyard,
okay.
calling out for Luke.
That's what I'm talking about. He said he grabbed the 9mm. That's packing a punch. Because Krampus then definitely got his son up out of there. For sure, for sure.
Luke's name, and thankfully
Somebody
he was
did.
able to let out a scream. We live out in the country and we have a huge yard that sits on about 15 acres of mostly dense woods and trails. I followed the sound of his scream and it led me to the woods.
Look at the 9mm.
I found myself
In his
chasing
hand, he
after him,
ready.
just trying my absolute best to find him. I screamed and screamed for him, but eventually he stopped screaming back.
Yeah, nah, he's cooked.
That's when my panic really set in, and I swear to you, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I kept searching for him, and after a few minutes, I heard something that sounded like a person stepping through sticks and leaves. And then I heard a sound of what sounded like someone taking a big gasp and trying to hold their breath. I looked all around me, and I turned the flashlight
Heard
on.
that throughout the whole forest?
I didn't have it on up until this point because I didn't want to give off my position. I knew my son was out there with someone who was trying to kidnap him. And I knew that I knew my woods better than anybody, and I knew he was still out there and that they were close by. I must have did a 360 4 or 5 different times, looking all around, until I finally spotted what looked like to be someone laying on the ground. All I could see was a shadow. Almost as soon as I pointed the flashlight at it and took a few steps closer, I then saw in fact that it was a man.
Oh no. Oh, I thought it was his
He was
son.
lying on top of my son and he was suffocating him.
He was lying on top of your son?
The man ran off and I ran to my son Luke. He was
You let him
lying there
get a-
borderline unconscious and I picked him up and ran home and got him inside.
What did he do to his
Police
son?
were already there by the time we got back to the house and Luke had to go to the hospital. He turned out to be okay, but he had bruises all over his body and scratches on his neck and face.
Oh, nah.
My son almost and very well could have died from asphyxiation. As for the man who kidnapped him, they never caught him. I gave the police the best description of him, but he's still out there somewhere.
He wouldn't escape me.
He was lucky I didn't shoot him in the fucking head. Sometimes I wish I would've. Luke said he thought the man was me and that he was dressed up with a ski mask, and somehow the man convinced him to unlock the window and to go with him. My son is probably going to remember this for the rest of his life. I know my wife and I will.
Stupid kids. My fault. My fault. That was wrong. Just naive, not stupid, just naive. One more?
This happened on Christmas Eve when I was 23 years old.
Okay, those other ones weren't really seeming that scary to me, so I'm gonna do one by Llama Arts. Hopefully this one is a little bit more scary, and then we're gonna do one short film. And then, yeah, I'll see if I'll do more, but yeah. Those just really weren't that scary. Like, the first two were all right, but that third one, it was just like, I didn't really like it that much, so I was just like, the first two were good, though. I'm trying to get immersed. I'm trying to get immersed in the scary Christmas fear, you know what I'm saying? On some Krampus type beat.
Last year on Christmas Eve, I was working late. I'm 23. I work in New York City and commute home every day on the train. Since I'm one of the younger ones in the office, I got stuck with one of the
Hold up. Who told the subtitles to hold up? Dismiss that. Turn that off.
Shifts, so I wasn't able to get home until 5 o'clock. My family had already left a whole hour earlier to go to my cousin's house, so I had to drive alone. After having a quick snack before the half-hour drive, I got back in my car and put my cousin's address into my phone.
This is what I'm talking about, that Llama Arts,
Halfway through the drive, it started snowing. I got to my cousin's house around 6 o'clock.
I don't know why Llama Arts just like they just like make you feel scared before they even telling the scary part of the story.
It was snowing heavily by this point, and I just made it in time to catch everyone starting dinner. I brought all of my gifts inside and cheerfully said hey to everyone. I stayed until around 11 o'clock. The rest of my family left a little sooner. I stayed an extra half hour or so just to hang out before leaving myself.
Right.
By the time I was leaving, the ground had accumulated at least 2 feet of snow, and it wasn't even done snowing. The drive home was nightmarish.
2 feet is
the roads were hardly even plowed, and I had to drive under 20 miles per hour on most roads.
Yeah.
The roads were completely dead at this point.
You get a hydroplane, you be
most likely
cooked.
because everyone was smart enough to go home before the snow accumulated. Eventually, I turned onto a main road that I'm sure would usually be bustling. But at 11:15 on Christmas Eve night, there wasn't a single car or a single light from a store. It was a ghost town. But then I did notice the flashing taillights of one car. It was parked on the side of the road, and the smoke seeping out from its exhaust with the taillights giving it a red tint.
I'm driving past them every single time. I don't know who they got, what they want, if they want something. I'm driving past them every time.
As I got closer, I realized there was somebody next to the car waving their hand in the air. I assumed something was wrong and they needed help.
No, hell no.
So me being the good
But
Samaritan
no, baby,
I
I'm not
pulled up
doing
behind the car. When I opened my door, the guy approached me immediately, barely even giving me time to step out.
That's what I'm talking about.
He was an average-sized man.
Then he ran. You see how he ran up?
180 pounds. He spoke in a very demanding voice,
I will
asking me if I know anything
you.
about fixing an engine. I told him I didn't know much about cars. The guy responded very quickly to everything I said. He told me it's fine. He went inside of his car for a second, popped open his trunk, came back out and told me to just wait by the trunk for a second.
If you do it, you an idiot.
I had no idea what he wanted me to do.
Why is he walking towards the trunk? Why is bro walking towards the trunk? Oh, he's stupid. He wanted to die. He about to fold this man and put him in the back of the truck. I'm telling you, you finna fold him. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be hilarious too. This is stupid. Why would you? I would have been like, no, sir. I wouldn't even got out the car. I would have drove past him like I said. I wouldn't even got out the car. I would have drove past him.
He walked over to the front of his car and I heard him open the hood.
He's a goofball.
I couldn't see anything he was doing since the trunk was blocking my view.
Hell
and the
no.
loud wind of the snowstorm overpowered any small noises he might have been making. I put my hand on the back of the car and leaned my body in anticipation.
He's
when
way
suddenly
too
I heard 3 or 4 quick and aggressive footsteps in the snow behind me before I was pushed into the trunk.
What'd I say?
The man tried to close the trunk.
What did I literally just say,
I
bro?
kicked my feet up in resistance and held it up.
What did I literally just say,
man?
man?
I was able to overpower him and kick the trunk open completely. As I took advantage of the few seconds I had to get out of the trunk,
bro,
I took out my keys. He tried to grab me now, and I dug my house key right into his neck.
Oh.
He fell to his knees, and his scream echoed down the deserted street.
Oh, he got him out of there.
And halfway down the road before he could even get up from his knees. A little further down, I called 911 and reported the guy. I came back in 10 minutes to find blue and red lights illuminating the windows of the deserted stores. The police held him until the ambulance arrived for him. I watched the whole thing, and nothing ever felt better in my life. I got home safely half an hour later and told my family everything. I was still very shaken that Christmas, and this remains possibly...
Before this ends, I just want to say, what did we learn? They be saying, oh, we listen and we don't judge. No, we judge. Sometimes we do judge, and I'm judging you, bro. You right there sitting on the couch opening the gift. I'm judging you. He almost got you out of there. They would have never heard from you again. All because you wanted to wait, but you lean on the truck like he was way too comfortable, bro. No.
The most horrific thing I've
we ain't
ever
doing
experienced.
That was stupid. That was good. That was a good one though. I'm enjoying these though. So I know I said I was gonna do one more animated.
November of 2006.
We're gonna do this one. And then we're gonna do the short film, and then I'll end it. But I'm just enjoying these. I'm not gonna lie. It's Christmas Eve, man. I'm hype. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. Yeah.
I was a 16-year-old kid living in the town of Altoona, Iowa. I went to bed early one night because I had to work the early shift at McDonald's. As I slept, I had a dream that I was running through downtown Des Moines, but I wasn't on a jog. I was running from something.
Oh.
As I ran around the corner of a building, I came face to face with my pursuer. A tall man wearing a trench coat and a top hat stood in front of me.
That's Slender Man.
The only thing visible of his face was his eyes. They were abnormally large with black pupils, and it looked at me as if it wanted something. After what felt like hours, he reached out his bony hand, as if he wanted me to go with him. I woke up violently from my dream, and after catching my breath, I peered around my room to see if I was safe. As I stood up from my bed, I noticed that I could see my breath. Feeling confused, I checked my window. It was latched shut.
Oh.
I then walked over and checked my vent. I could still feel warm air coming from it. As I sat back down on my bed, I tried to figure out what exactly was going on. That's when the figure from my dream appeared at the foot of my bed.
Oh yeah, you're cooked, buddy.
I scrambled back to my headboard.
What do you want?
I asked, trying to hide the shakiness
trying to catch a
in my
body.
voice.
That's what he want.
With the same bony finger, it pointed at me. Growing up in a religious home, I believed what I was looking at was a demon.
He on his
I told
Krampus
the
timing.
creature to leave. It just waved its finger at me, and with a low voice,
he
spoke to me.
Very brave.
Never leave. Always here.
Oh, hell no.
The creature then screamed loudly and disappeared. A feeling of nausea came over me, and I vomited on my floor. The last thing I remember was cleaning myself up and waking up to my alarm. It's been about a month since I had seen the top hat wearing man in my bedroom.
What does he mean by waking
the
up to
Christmas season was in full
alarm?
effect.
Like he went to sleep?
My
he went back
parents
to sleep?
weren't home because they got invited to some kind of event. So it was only me and my 3 sisters at home. I had to wake up early in the morning for work, so I decided to go to sleep.
At 9 to 5?
I rested my head on my pillow and closed my eyes. Not even 30 seconds passed until my sisters burst into my room and started singing obnoxious songs. This of course made me very angry.
W sisters.
But I thought if I ignored them that they would leave me alone.
I can see how that will make you mad though.
This was not the case.
Especially when you're trying to get some sleep.
As I pulled the blankets over my head, I started to feel the same cold feeling that I had in November. As the obnoxious singing subsided, I lowered the blanket below my eyes and saw the man standing in the corner of my room.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
In one swift motion, he charged towards me.
Ooh!
When I finally came to, I found that my sisters had locked themselves inside the bathroom. As I knocked on the door, they told me to go away. I asked them what happened, and all they could say was Mom and Dad were on their way home. I looked down and saw that my hand was slightly bloody. Holes were in the bathroom door, and a broom was sticking out of the wall. I then walked into the living room and found that there were knives stuck into the wall as well.
Bro, what's going on?
The same wave of nausea passed over me, just like in November, and I threw up again. As I was cleaning up, my parents walked.
He's possessed. He's possessed. He got possessed. I'm telling you, he got possessed.
Through the door. My father immediately walked over.
The demon possessed him.
Gave me a good beating.
Yep.
And he sent me to my room.
Beat the
I
dogs.
went to bed crying, not from the beating. I was crying because of the confusion.
Yeah, I know.
I had no idea what was going on. The next morning, my sisters reluctantly sat next to me and told me what had happened. They said I got angry and chased them down and tried to hurt them. They said my eyes were red to the point where they thought I was bleeding from them.
Yeah.
They said I sounded like a different person. In 2011, that was the last time I saw the top hat wearing man. I just moved into a new apartment, and after a long, stressful day of unpacking, I took a shower and got ready for bed. As I started to drift off, I could feel that cold feeling again. I lifted my head and saw the man standing in front of me.
What does bro want?
The man's eyes were red now. With a low voice, just like on that November night, it looked at me and said,
"Never leave. Always here."
He almost got his sisters out of there, man. All right, now this one is called Santa's Curse, Christmas Eve Turns Deadly. And it's by, I don't even know how to say this name, but please, please do not strike this video. Please, please. I'm just trying to do a little reaction, a little fun reaction. Don't strike the video, man. Come on now. That's just petty. I'm really a chill guy for real. Oh, and be sure to check out their channel if you're watching this. Very festive. That is a great Christmas tree. It looked like mine almost. I just don't have a lot of extra stuff. Santa's Curse. That's when you don't open the door. That's when you kick the box off the porch and you go back in the house. Don't pick it up. She's gonna pick it up. Yep. That's how it always starts, you know? Just bring a random box into your house, even though you didn't order anything. Creepy card on it. Your name. I'm assuming her name's Claire. You had one job, Claire. Just all you had to do was not open the door. You say you were bad this year? What did she do? Yes, he did. Yeah. Okay, so she was cooked either way because he said she was bad this year, which means he was coming either way. Why so distant? You're super busy lately. Oh no! Hold on, run it back. Somebody gotta tell, bro, man. This is bad. Now I know why you on the naughty list, nigga. I hope he get you out of there. You doing bro wrong. What did he do to you? What an evil conniving dictator. Why would he manipulate you? Did you give in? Oh, she's a bad person. Yeah, you're cooked, ma'am. Oh, that's crazy. Let's just see it one more time for the one time. She said, hold up, let's just see it one more time. My fault. He said, hey, why so distant? She said, just super busy lately. That's cap. She's lying. Nah, bro, that's crazy. These days you have been, oh my gosh. Clara, I wanted to root for you, but I can't no more. You doing bro dirty. I don't understand that. If you don't want to be with somebody, just break up with them. You feel me? Like, you could do it in the nice way too. You don't have to, you know. Yeah, you're cooked, buddy.
Open up. Got something for you.
Ooh. Santa say he looking out for the homies everywhere.
Open up, Claire. You haven't been good this year.
She hasn't been good. Claire, your fate is sealed. Oh. Ooh. Did I say your fate is sealed or did I say your fate is sealed? I'm sorry to say it, but you're cooked. Why you do bro like that? Oh.
You will die.
Who are you?
That's old Saint Nick. That's who that is. Come on, now you know who that is? You shouldn't have done it. What you gonna do with that, Claire? Oh no. Oh yeah, she's cooked. Yeah. Ew. He about to lift her up like Michael Myers. I knew it, look. Oh. Hold on, back up, player. Yeah, she's cooked. Why you do our boy like that, Clara? My boy, let's give him a name. My boy Kyle. Why you do him like that?
The truth is...
No. Sir. No. Had to come back here just to, you know, make sure that it's ingrained in all of your minds never to do what this guy did specifically, okay? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my first ever reaction video. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It'll be better once I get a face cam though. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Merry Christmas to all of you. Hope you guys have a great Christmas. Hope you get all the gifts that you want. And that's gonna be it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.